Good evening, everyone. It's getting really late here, and so I'm just gonna make a really quick video just on the Bitcoin, and I will talk funny because I'm kind of being quiet because everybody's already asleep in the house. So you have a disclaimer here. You can read. So I'm trying to make some sense out of what was going on, and like I'll tell you honestly, like I'm not really experienced, especially when it comes to like these extremes kind of like situation, but um, because yesterday I was making this trade that went exactly the way I planned it to go. I mean, if you haven't watched the video, I would highly recommend. It was talking about these five energies and how they yesterday they all aligned, which happens, really doesn't happen often. So we were talking about shorting here. I shorted here, exit here, and then by mistake, actually, I exit the whole position here. Although I wanted to just leave 25% for lower targets, but it was kind of like Sunday, and I was just like, I don't know, I was just happy with my wins. So what we saw there was a bounce, of course. There it's 7,800-ish. I actually bought just here 7,855, but with just a third of my position, and then we came up here and up here, and then I've noticed something. Was this right? The longs, so long positions just went down, like just exploded from like 32,000 to 22,000. Just I was like, okay, what's going on? It seems like the bulls are going out, so it's just like, I'm just gonna close the position. I had a little profit there, and then the shorts were going up, so it seemed like there are some new sellers coming in. So like, okay, I might just wait. And now the sellers are actually going away bit by bit. I think just everybody is actually, you know, playing it defensively. Nobody know where this is heading, and we had this. Better off going to 5 minute maybe. We had this candle here, which had a big volume here. If we look up here, I can't move mouse and both at the time, but if you look at this number here, 8,706, 180, we had a big massive volume going down. So we did bounce off here, but I was like, oh, I was not sure about this about this bounce, because like the volume just dropped like dramatically. This is like no volume at all. So it's like, okay, we did bounce because everybody's going, is playing defensively. Nobody know where it's going. This is going. So then I felt like, okay, um, I don't want to rely on my feelings. So like, felt like it's not a good good objection, but like the volume was going down, so it was almost non-existent. So that was kind of like the issue. So this is why I exited here. And then I was actually considering shorting here, but as a trader, I'm really looking for high probability trades. It doesn't mean that I have to, trade every single, situation. And then, we were kind of like made on a 5 minute chart. We made this channel down there. It looks like this. So, yeah, what was it actually I was talking about yesterday? If we look on the left chart, was about this divergence here. If we get it with a lower low and we get divergence here, this is a really good sign of reversal. So it's almost like a head and shoulders pattern, you might call it, but basically this divergence, right? I'm hoping you guys know what I mean, but I'll draw it here. So this, so I was talking about, what, if I get this, I'll go in, but just because of the reasons that I just told you, I didn't go I mean, I just entered a little bit and went out with a little bit of profit, but I didn't, push the trigger, um, just because of the volume, as I said. And if we look at like the three energies, like if we look all these charts, so 180 minute, 60 minute, 20 minute, this is going up, this is going down, this is kind of like going down. It's just a big mess at the moment. So I might consider buying, but really as a really short term at around 7,610. This was kind of like my goal, because this is, I'll show you on the bigger chart actually. So still my goal for buying would be around here, because this is from all-time high to the zero. We have a good alignment here of this support there, and 618, it kind of matches perfectly. And then if we go to daily, I've been talking about this in many videos, about this 200 MA moving average, and I know actually on some exchanges we already hit it. Actually we touched it here as well. Yeah, actually touched it here. But let's say if we go back to 2013, we had kind of like a reversal after, going through, and then we bounced. But this was like, as you see, really just a low short-term thing. This is not like a long-term hold. So we bounced off here, but look at the volume here. That's the difference. The volume here was massive, right? So we bounced off to the 50 MA. And this week, okay, this is just noise. I don't even consider that too much. So yeah, it's kind of getting late and I'm getting tired. I think I will just go to sleep. But if I was awake, I would, still observe that 7,610 here. Just look at the energies that I have there. So this divergence, if it stays, and if this kind of aligns to the upside. And 3 hourly is angling up, which is kind of like good. But also when we're going for reversals, these are kind of like risky, because you're going against the trend, so that's always riskier, right? I mean, I would be way happier to take this trade if, let me go to the bigger chart here. I'd be happier to take this trade if this, had like, and this kind of has 5 waves. If this was kind of like extended, like 7 waves, and these are not added waves as I was talking yesterday. So if this was kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we would have like 6, 7, because then the probabilities are on our side, because okay, 5 is the average wave, so on average we will bounce off, but I want the if this is 7 or 9, that means that it's extended, so it's kind of like exhausted in a way. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm not giving you too much here of useful information. It's just we don't have to make sense of every situation, know exactly what to do with every time. And yeah, actually it looks like we're moving down there. Yeah, we're definitely dropping. Like, we couldn't even break that trend line, so that means that this bounce was really weak. This trend line, it kind of created itself. You know, we couldn't even break through this, which is already bearish. And now this, so we would have to have something really strong here if you guys are still awake. Yeah, that was it from me today. Good luck with your trading and all the best.